Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. Curious about how someone's powerful manifestation could be impacting you right now? Today's reading takes a unique twist. I've received a strong message that someone called you into their life with intense energy, but they weren't quite prepared for your arrival. What could this mean for you? As always, remember that these messages are channeled for various people and situations, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. After all, we all journey on our own distinct waves and timelines. Let's dive in and see what unfolds. Let's dive in by shuffling the decks. I'm picking up on a strong sense of fear. It feels like someone really wanted to bring you into their life, and in some way, they succeeded. But now, they've become afraid of something. When I say they wanted to manifest you, it might have been on a deeper, more spiritual level. Like they were subconsciously longing for someone like you. It seems this person has been very hard on themselves, often pushing for perfection. They might be obsessively focused on how they appear to others, whether it's their looks, their status, their wealth, or their accomplishments. Despite their outward success, they're feeling quite isolated and alone. I'm sensing that this person might have achieved some level of success or be quite physically attractive. They could have reached a notable status or be on their way to achieving it. However, there's a certain coldness to their focus. On the surface, everything might look impressive, but underneath, they're feeling incredibly empty and hollow. This person is definitely grappling with their own inner struggles, even though they'd never openly admit it. I'm getting a strong message that you got too close, suggesting that their spirit guides want me to clear up any confusion you might be feeling. This message seems to be for a specific group of people. It looks like this person, who might have a masculine energy, though it's not exclusive, manifested you into their life. For many of you, this could mean you're embodying the divine feminine while they represent the masculine energy. Of course, we all have both divine feminine and masculine energies within us, so these insights might also relate to your inner dynamics or a specific external situation. You have an incredible level of empathy, and it seems this person still sees you as almost angelic, even if they weren't ready to fully embrace or handle your love and compassion. They might even wonder, are you real? Are you even a real person? They place you on a pedestal, idealizing you in a way that feels almost unreal. The twist here is that this person might have done a complete 180 in your connection. They could have cut you off abruptly or gone cold on you. While this could be a platonic situation for some, it seems that for many of you, there were romantic feelings involved, at least from their side. This masculine energy definitely had feelings for you. You alone know if you shared those feelings too. There might have been a spark on your end, but it could be tough to discern. When someone manifests you into their life, their intense energy can make it challenging to figure out whether you're dealing with a soul connection or just feeling the emotional pull from their constant, unconscious manifestation. Imagine a puppet show where the puppeteer suddenly lets go of the strings. That's how you might be feeling, like you were played by this person who was pulling your strings with all the right moves and words, only to drop them abruptly. For many of you, this might have been a masculine energy you weren't initially drawn to or interested in. You might not have been very invested at first, but their intense manifestation and focus sparked some curiosity or even romantic feelings in you. Just when you started to develop those feelings and express them, it feels like this person suddenly pulled away or dropped the strings, as in our puppet metaphor. I know it's challenging to describe these energies sometimes, but your guides want to make something clear. You might feel like you're losing your mind over this situation because your intuition tells you there's something real and deep here. If you've talked to others about this, they might have suggested that this person was just playing games or interested in something superficial. This advice may not apply to everyone, so take what resonates with you. You have a strong intuitive sense and a deep honesty with yourself. If you truly felt played by this person, you'd be able to face that reality. But the confusion arises because you sense there's more to this situation. It's not just about your pride, though, understandably, it would sting if you felt deceived. Your intuition is telling you that something deeper was happening. It seems there's a more complex dynamic at play here, and your intuition is right on the mark. Your guides wanted me to affirm this for you. The success card shows you can trust your own guidance and intuition about this person and situation. Interestingly, we see the success card followed by the no card. It's as if, just when you started to develop feelings or show interest, their attitude shifted abruptly from a yes to a no. They suddenly went cold, right when things seemed to be moving forward. There's a saying that people can only love you as deeply as they love themselves, and can only go as far with you as they're willing to go with themselves. For you, Divine Feminine, this is especially true. I recently shared on Instagram how the awakened Divine Feminine acts like a mirror, reflecting back to the masculine not just what they want to see, but who they truly are on a deeper level. If they're not ready to confront and transform what you naturally bring to the surface, they might distance themselves because they're essentially running away from their own issues. This seems to be exactly what happened with this masculine energy. Through your unconditional love, you mirrored back to them the ways they were unable to love themselves. They've never met anyone with your kind of heart, your pure, unconditionally loving energy. It's both mesmerizing and overwhelming to them. Even if there's been a disconnect or they've stepped back from this connection, they still think about you every day, and it stirs up deep emotions within them. I'm feeling quite emotional as I tune into their energy. When they think about you, about the purity of your empathy and the love you offered, and the way they turned away from it, it still causes them a lot of pain. Yet, despite this, they remain completely silent. I want to dive deeper into how they're really feeling. The card for Blossoming Abundance suggests that your connection planted a significant seed within them. This seed isn't fully developed yet. It's still taking root and affecting them, sparking changes and growth. It represents the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Although they're not ready for the full intensity of this awakening right now, the seed you planted will eventually lead to a profound transformation in the future. Your love wasn't in vain, even if it feels like your kindness and empathy have gone unnoticed or unappreciated. You were working with a future timeline and their higher self, one that already exists in a more enlightened state. Essentially, your role was to plant this seed of awakening. It might be lying dormant for now, but eventually it will sprout, grow rapidly, and lead to a major shift in their consciousness. They will remember you, Divine Feminine. Even if you haven't spoken or seen each other for a while, they will continue to connect with you on a spiritual and energetic level. That's how your energy works. It plants a powerful seed in others that they might not be ready to fully embrace right away. But over time, this seed continues to grow and impact them. When they are finally ready to fully awaken, you'll be the person they want to reach out to or reconnect with. So, even if there's a current disconnect and you're moving toward a higher timeline that feels separate from this person, don't be surprised if they eventually realign with you on that higher path or meet you there in the future. I'm picking up that this person's sacral chakra was quite blocked. They might be very rigid and controlled in their life, sticking to a strict routine or work schedule and being harsh on themselves. They don't allow themselves much freedom or emotional connection, and this closed-off attitude isn't going to be sustainable for them in the long run. You, Divine Feminine, might sense echoes of your own past struggles in them. Perhaps you once sought worth or validation through external achievements, but you learned that true fulfillment comes from aligning with your inner self and manifesting from within. This approach may have filled them with awe and fascination, but it was also foreign to them, like a new concept they couldn't quite grasp, so they instinctively rejected it. Eventually, though, they will circle back to this idea, and to you in the future. The cards drawn are the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups reversed. What's happening here is that this masculine energy, represented by the Knight of Cups reversed, encountered your High Priestess energy, and they weren't ready for it. The Knight of Cups reversed is someone who's trying to escape from themselves and lacks a solid sense of identity. That's how this masculine energy was behaving. When they manifested you, Divine Feminine, they found themselves face to face with someone who wouldn't let them avoid their own truth. You essentially mirrored back to them who they really are, and they weren't prepared for that. There's something about eye contact that was particularly intense for them. At first, looking into your eyes drew them in and intrigued them. But over time, it became so overwhelming that they might have started avoiding eye contact. You might have noticed that while they were initially captivated by your gaze, they eventually began to shy away from it because it made them feel too exposed. They're not yet ready to fully confront themselves, and your presence forces them to do just that. This person still has a lot of growing up to do, both spiritually and emotionally. They might be stuck in an old version of themselves, living to meet the expectations of others. Almost like a child trying to please their parents. They're still navigating life based on what others want from them, rather than truly embracing who they are now. The card I'm seeing is the Page of Cups. It shows someone who wants to make an offer to you, but they see themselves as a bit inexperienced or unworthy. Despite this, they're eager to reach out. There's a very thoughtful and gentle energy around them. They've been giving you a lot of consideration. There's a dreamy quality to this card, suggesting that this person might be daydreaming or fantasizing about being with you. However, there's also some hesitation because they feel nervous about how they measure up to you. Whether this is a platonic or romantic connection, it seems like, for most of you, this will lean towards a romantic interest if it resonates with you. We also have the Judgment card here, which indicates that this person is undergoing a spiritual awakening and is starting to take a closer look at themselves. It feels like they're on a journey of self-improvement, diving into self-help books, motivational content, and working on aspects like their physical appearance, life goals, or finances. You're a big motivator for them in this process. There's a strong masculine energy coming through, suggesting that many of you might be tuning into your divine feminine side. Remember, these energies, divine feminine and divine masculine, aren't tied to gender but to energetic dynamics, and we all balance both within ourselves. So this could be reflecting your internal divine feminine or an external person or situation. Let's dig deeper into this Page of Cups energy. This masculine's intuition seems to be drawing them towards you. I'm also picking up on the number 24, which might relate to the year 2024, or could be significant for some of you. For others, the year 2020 might have been pivotal in your spiritual journey or theirs. Let's see what more we can uncover about this Page of Cups energy. The cards reveal the Ace of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. If you have a history with this person, there might have been some unresolved tension between you two. This wasn't necessarily a direct argument, but could have been more of an unspoken or energetic clash. For those who connect with this, it seems this person was overwhelmed with their own life issues, represented by the Ten of Wands. They might have unintentionally projected their stress onto you, possibly coming across as distant or cold. Their third eye might have been blocked, making them less in touch with their intuition, which affected how they related to you. So what's happening with this person now? It looks like they've undergone a significant transformation. They've moved into the Page of Wands energy, showing that they've shifted to a more positive outlook. It feels like they're eager to reconnect and share their progress with you. They want you to see the changes they've made and the challenges they've overcome. They're proud of their growth and are hoping for a chance to show you how much they've evolved since you last interacted. The Chariot card suggests they're determined to move forward and make a positive re-entry into your life. Remember, in the realm of energy, time isn't quite what it seems. So, if someone in your life is currently projecting their own overwhelm onto you, keep in mind that they might undergo a significant positive transformation inspired by your influence in the future. Down the road, they might want to reconnect and share how much they've grown and overcome their past struggles. Whether this is about someone from your past, present, or future, your guides want to remind you not to judge the impact you have on others based on their immediate reactions. This theme came up in a previous reading, where we discussed how your interactions now can plant seeds that blossom into something beautiful and transformative later on. Even if you don't see the results right away, your positive energy is making a difference. You're affecting not just their present, but also their past and future selves, helping to inspire change in ways that might only become clear later on. Your energy is like a powerful seed being planted in others. Even if their physical selves react in confusing ways, remember that your higher selves are working together harmoniously. This connection exists beyond the 3D world, at a more spiritual level. I'm picking up some intriguing messages. It looks like someone is transitioning from the Page of Pentacles, reversed, to the King of Swords. If you're a divine feminine tuning in, your influence is having a significant impact on masculine energies around you. This isn't limited to romantic interactions. Even casual encounters are being affected. Your presence acts like a beacon, awakening and inspiring these masculine energies. While you also make a difference in the lives of feminine energies, it's clear that your energy is especially potent for those masculine presences. There's someone here shifting from a restrictive, financially focused mindset, Page of Pentacles reversed, to a more empowered and clear-headed state, King of Swords. This person might be struggling with work or financial issues, but your energy is encouraging them to realign with their true path and deeper soul purpose. For instance, they might be stuck in a job or lifestyle that doesn't align with their true self. This person has been evolving from that place into a stronger, more empowered state, moving towards the King of Swords energy. They're becoming wiser and more in tune with their inner strength. This transformation is ongoing, and their higher self wants you to be aware of this positive shift. While it's not clear yet who this masculine energy is, whether from your past, present, or future, or if the connection is platonic or romantic, there's more insight coming through. We've got the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. This indicates that during their transformation, their heart has been focused on you. It suggests that, in most cases, this connection will be platonic. I'm seeing a black horse, which might hold personal significance for some of you. This person has been working hard to level up and improve themselves, with the goal of being able to make a meaningful offer to you. Whether you've met them physically or this is happening on a soul level, they're striving to be in a place where they feel established and worthy enough to approach you with something substantial. This could be someone new entering your life, or someone who's already there. It might also be a transformed masculine energy from your past, who stayed away until they were ready. Regardless of who this is, You've always been seen as the ultimate prize or ideal partner for them. Once they've completed their transformation, you'll definitely recognize them. When they approach you, it will be with a solid, clear offer, represented by the Knight of Pentacles, and with the Ten of Pentacles also showing up. This person isn't just offering you a pentacle. They're coming from a place of abundance and prosperity. They might be a business owner, or someone deeply involved in a successful venture. They're not just mentally evolved, but also financially and materially established. Their success flows from both their heart and throat chakras, meaning they're excellent communicators in both work and personal relationships. They've built a life that resonates with them on a deep emotional level and is aligned with their true self. What else can we discover about this particular masculine energy? We have the Eight of Wands reversed, which might indicate that this person is from your past. If so, you may have felt that the connection lost its momentum or that the timing wasn't right between you two. At that time, you might have been in a Nine of Pentacles reversed energy, feeling more codependent and less self-sufficient. Perhaps you didn't quite have a strong sense of who you were or where you were going. But things have changed dramatically for you. Even if your physical circumstances aren't fully reflecting it yet, you've moved beyond those old patterns of codependency. You now embody a powerful, independent, and thriving energy. This newfound abundance and self-assuredness are starting to manifest in your life, and it will continue to grow. With the Four of Swords reversed, it's clear that you're emerging from a period of isolation or introspection. This year, you've been feeling a strong urge to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the butterfly you've become. You're ready to spread your wings and share your unique energy and authentic self with greater clarity and confidence than ever before. Your spirit guides are now opening up exciting opportunities for you to amplify your voice like never before. This might bring up some hesitancy or fear, since it's a shift from the time when you were guided to be more introspective and solitary, focusing on refining your inner frequency. But now that you've solidified your vibrational energy, your guides are encouraging you to start sharing that energy with the world in a more impactful way. Interestingly, the Page of Cups has come up again, which makes me want to dive deeper into why this card keeps appearing. This could be a sign that someone from your past, or someone who's been on your mind, is actively thinking about you. They might be daydreaming about you a lot right now and are very tuned into their own emotional state. Let's explore more about this person and what's going on with them. Here, we have the Six of Swords upright, and it suggests someone who wants to bring peace, calm, and stability into your life, especially after a period of chaos or turbulence. This person is not just generous in material ways, as reflected by that abundant Ten of Pentacles energy, but also in how they offer support mentally and emotionally. They could be a great listener or a supportive friend, either someone you've recently met or connected with in dreams. Whether this person is a platonic soulmate who is coming into your life to aid in your healing journey, or a romantic partner looking to build a peaceful, stable, and abundant relationship with you. Their presence is a gift of love and support that complements the care you offer to others. Emotionally, the Queen of Cups reversed suggests that in the past you might have encountered masculine energies that triggered this dynamic of being overly self-sacrificing. You may have felt like you were giving endlessly without receiving anything in return, especially in romantic relationships. This often left you feeling drained and might have even made you want to retreat from connections altogether. For some of you, this withdrawal wasn't a setback, but a necessary step to release old patterns of overgiving. It was a way to reset your energy so you could attract healthier, more balanced relationships, either new, healed versions of those past connections or entirely new energies. It's like you needed to clear the slate to welcome in more fulfilling and respectful connections. In the past, those who received your selfless energy might have undervalued it, as suggested by the Page of Pentacles reversed. But now, this period of introspection and resetting has set you up to draw in relationships that truly honor and appreciate you. So, if you're the divine feminine who took a step back from certain connections to reset your energy, it looks like you're now drawing in some powerful new energies. You've healed those old patterns, and as a result, you're attracting both the Page of Wands and the Emperor. The Page of Wands represents a vibrant, high-energy individual who might have a notable or unconventional career. Think someone who's visible in the public eye, like an athlete, speaker, performer, or politician. They may have a youthful and dynamic presence, even if they're not necessarily younger in age. Despite their busy and active lifestyle, they come across as very stable and established, embodying the qualities of the Emperor. This could be a fresh romantic option, or perhaps someone from your past, present or future who's been on your radar. You might have felt their energy in dreams or during meditation. Keep an eye out for this intriguing and dynamic individual. They could be making their presence known soon. So, who is this masculine energy coming through? They're in a spiritually open and awakened state, radiating positivity and warmth. I'm seeing the Sun card, which suggests they might live in a place known for its sunny, warm weather. This won't apply to everyone, but it might resonate with some of you. The color red also stands out here, symbolizing their success in the material world. With the World card showing up, this person might frequently travel or have the freedom to do so. However, the Seven of Cups reversed reveals an interesting layer. They may have faced significant challenges or struggles in the past, such as addiction or emotional issues. They've worked hard to overcome these obstacles, gaining clarity and making positive changes guided by their intuition. Looking ahead, if this person is still navigating these challenges, they'll need to continue making positive choices and finding resolution before you two can fully come together. So, as you continue to shine and step into this beautiful new phase of your life, keep in mind that your light might be quite dazzling or triggering for some people around you. This can sometimes lead to feelings of jealousy or insecurity from others who see you thriving. The root chakra reversed is indicating that all the intense spiritual energies we've been experiencing, especially with the recent eclipses, might be leaving you feeling a bit ungrounded. This is a nudge from your guides to take extra time to reconnect with yourself and do what helps you feel centered and clear. We also have the Envy card alongside the Sun card, highlighting the contrast between your bright new beginnings and the envy it might stir in others. You might pick up on this negative energy empathically, which could bring up feelings of anxiety or discomfort. The Anxiety and Broken Heart cards suggest that this could be affecting your heart chakra, so remember to nurture yourself and maintain your inner balance during this time. You're trailblazing new paths that haven't been explored before, creating high vibrational realities that are like venturing into uncharted territory. Naturally, this can trigger reactions of uncertainty from others and even stir some fear within yourself as you step into the unknown. The key message here, with the Throat chakra, Goddess of the Moon, and Temple Path cards, is to stay connected to your true power and speak your truth with confidence. Embrace the courage to emerge from your cocoon and show the world the beautiful transformation you've undergone. When I drew the Present card, it immediately felt heavy and intense, like a wave of darkness and despair. If this card resonates with you, You might find yourself navigating through periods of heaviness and sadness, only to shift toward a more hopeful and positive energy, which we'll explore with the future card soon. The words that came through for this card include despair, darkness, heaviness, hurt, and betrayal. I specifically heard backstabbing, which could indicate feelings of betrayal by someone close, whether in a platonic, family, or twin flame connection. It seems like someone you trusted may have let you down, causing significant pain and a sense of being betrayed despite your investment. Remember, these are energies I'm channeling, so they may manifest differently in your life. Take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. The third card I drew brings a sense of lightness and hope. It represents a transition from the heavy energy of the Ten of Swords, which signifies intense pain and betrayal, to the more balanced and hopeful energy of the Six of Pentacles. This shift feels like moving from the darkness of the 3D world into the brightness and balance of the 5D realm. The Ten of Swords captures the deep, overwhelming feeling of being let down or isolated, whether by people or life itself. But with the Six of Pentacles, we see a turning point, a moment of balance and generosity that reflects the culmination of the efforts symbolized by the Eight of Pentacles in the past. This card signifies that, despite the challenges and pain, we are emerging into a higher state of being. It's like transitioning from a world of confusion and hurt into a lighter, more enlightened dimension. While jumping to a higher timeline can be confusing and uncomfortable, it's a sign that you're moving from an old world of pain into a new, brighter reality. Many of you might be feeling torn between the weight of past experiences and the emerging lightness of a higher perspective. Even if it feels challenging right now, remember that all those struggles were paving the way for this new, enlightened phase. On a deeper level, you chose these experiences, especially within your twin flame journey, to turn darkness into light and to grow together. Before starting this reading, I felt guided to pull a card from the Moonology deck to capture the overarching theme of what we're moving toward. The card I drew is Hold Your Vision, featuring a half moon that represents a halfway mark, or transition point. This card brings a couple of important messages. One is about navigating the shift from the 3D to the 5D, feeling like you're caught between two worlds or perspectives. The other message is a reminder to stay focused and grounded, even through challenging times. If you're experiencing confusion, pain, or feelings of betrayal, this card encourages you to stay connected to your higher self and your soul's true purpose. Even when it feels dark or uncertain, and you might be asking, why did this happen? Or why this way? Remember to hold your ground, stay aligned with your higher self and the clarity of your fifth dimensional self, creating daily rituals for energy clearing, grounding, and alignment with your higher self is crucial during this powerful shift. For many twin flames, we're leading the way through this transition from 3D to 5D. While it's challenging, we're breaking new ground that will eventually guide others through this transformative journey. I hope this message resonates with those who need it. Remember, as a path forger, you're creating a trail for others to follow. Even if this journey feels solitary or challenging, like navigating through a dense forest without a clear path, you're the one making that path. If you'd like to help me tune into your energy and provide more relevant insights, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. I know many of you come for guidance, and even if you haven't met your twin flame yet, this journey is a crucial part of the process. Remember, the twin flame connection is so much more than just love and romance. While those elements are definitely a part of it, the true essence of this connection dives much deeper, affecting us on an energetic level throughout our lives, no matter how much physical interaction we have with our twin flame. As I shuffled the cards, the yin-yang card appeared reversed, which felt particularly meaningful because I often link this card with the twin flame journey. Seeing it reversed suggests that there might be some imbalance or a current shift towards balance within the twin flame collective. Let's explore what might be out of balance or coming into alignment by drawing a few more cards. One card I pulled to look into the imbalance shows that someone might have left or disconnected from the relationship suddenly. The words ran and rapidly came through, hinting at an abrupt departure, whether this happened recently or some time ago. Picture someone packing up and leaving quickly, though packing might be more of a metaphor for a swift exit. This won't resonate with everyone, so take what fits your situation. The 3 cards I drew indicate that the reversed yin-yang card is highlighting a shift from imbalance to balance rather than a permanent state. The first card, the 3rd chakra card, appeared upright. The message here is about building confidence through loneliness, suggesting that someone might be feeling physically or emotionally disconnected from their twin flame. Despite this loneliness, there's a significant energetic shift happening within them, building their inner confidence. To get more clarity, I'll pull a few additional cards. What's shifting in the solar plexus chakra for this person right now? I keep hearing phrases like confidence building quietly, in silence, or in solitude. It seems like someone is going through a profound personal growth phase in a more private or hidden way. Whether they're physically isolated, feeling disconnected from their twin flame, or simply navigating solitude, something deep and transformative is happening within them. This period of growth might be tied to starting something new, like a project or business, or it could be about reconnecting with your true self during this time of solitude. The reversed action card suggests that despite this inner transformation, you might feel like you're stuck or not making progress. There could be a sense of stagnation, especially if your twin flame connection isn't advancing as quickly as you'd hoped. To gain more insight, I'm going to pull a card from the Starseed Oracle. This will help us understand what you need to know during this time when things feel like they're at a standstill. The reversed action card could also point to frustrations with the slow pace of your twin flame journey. The card I drew from the Starseed Oracle is titled Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. The word training really stands out here. It seems this period of isolation and the feeling that progress with your twin flame is slow is actually a divinely orchestrated opportunity. It's like an energetic gateway for you to develop and refine your soul gifts. During this time, you might be reconnecting with your true self and nurturing your abilities, whether they're related to creativity, business, or personal growth. This period of cultivation is setting you up for something significant. Looking back at the 3 tarot cards from earlier, it feels like you've been in a phase of preparation for a while. The 10 of Swords moments, those times of despair or confusion, seem like they were part of an intense training process. It's almost as if what felt like a heavy and dark experience was actually an initiation, speeding up your preparation in ways that might not have aligned with your initial plans. So, even though it might feel chaotic or stagnant, this is actually a crucial phase of growth, preparing you more deeply than ever before. It also seems like the situation reflected by the 10 of Swords, feelings of betrayal and despair, might be connected to the reversed action card. This indicates a struggle with commitment or progress, as if things were dragging or not moving as you hoped. The second card I pulled from the Energy Oracle deck was Envy Reversed, which I'm interpreting as a transition from darkness into light. To dig deeper into this, I drew additional cards and came across the fourth chakra, or heart chakra, in the upright position. The phrase that came through was, "You broke my heart wide open." I'm also feeling a tingling at the top of my head, which suggests a shift in the crown chakra. This is linked to your connection with the divine and seems related to the opening of your heart chakra. I've sensed this intense heart chakra activation during recent meditations. This profound, transformative process is a significant part of the twin flame journey and is often accompanied by heightened emotional intensity. If you're feeling a sudden surge of unconditional love or overwhelming emotions for your twin flame, it could be a sign of healing happening. This intense love might feel sudden, but it's a natural part of mending and strengthening the energy between you and your twin flame. I'm also picking up a connection between the reversed action card and this heart chakra opening. It feels like this deep emotional healing needs to happen before any major actions can be taken. There's a sense of divine protection around the twin flame connection, ensuring that you don't rush into anything until the heart healing is stable. If you're experiencing waves of unconditional love mixed with profound sadness, understand that these emotions can be very intense during a heart chakra opening. The healing process can bring up both positive and challenging feelings strongly. The third card I drew was the World card in the upright position, symbolizing expansion and a new level of understanding. To clarify this, I pulled another card and found the sixth chakra, or third eye chakra, also upright. I recently felt guided to create a podcast on the third eye chakra, and it's interesting how this aligns with the current shifts in twin flame connections. The third eye represents our intuition and the ability to see beyond simple dualities, moving from black and white thinking to experiencing a sense of unity and interconnectedness. This shift is guiding us from a conditional view of love and connection to a more expansive, holistic perspective. The World card's theme of breaking open and expanding aligns perfectly with this transition, suggesting we're moving towards a higher level of consciousness where we truly feel the connection between all things. This morning, I felt a noticeable pressure right at my third eye center. If you've experienced something similar, it might be related to a collective shift in the third eye chakra, opening up intuitive abilities and moving towards a perception of oneness rather than division. If you've felt pressure on your forehead, migraines, or similar sensations, let me know in the comments. Now, I'm going to reshuffle the cards and dive into more specific messages for both the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. For those new here, I differentiate between 3D physical messages and 5D higher self messages because what we experience in the physical realm can differ from the deeper, energetic insights of our higher self about the person or connection. Let's see what the 3D Divine Masculine has to say right now. I'm picking up a sense of catch-up, perhaps a masculine who wants to reconnect or arrange a meeting. Words like faster, brief, and wild are coming through. It feels like there was a recent interaction that was intense and quick, almost exhilarating, but also fleeting. This energy might be influencing how things are unfolding now. The love word scramble, a tool I use to channel specific words, is helping me bring these insights to you. As I shared these insights, the woman holding a heart card appeared upright. This card suggests I might be connecting with someone who's been involved in a situation where the divine masculine's energy felt intense and chaotic. It brings to mind the song Illicit Affairs by Taylor Swift, a brief, wild connection that felt elusive or unsustainable. It seems like this person was trying to hold on to something that was slipping away, struggling to grasp the heart of the divine masculine amidst the chaos. Next, the community card showed up upright, indicating external influences. It seems like there were others involved who didn't fully understand or support this connection. Friends, family, or societal expectations might have impacted how this relationship could unfold. This energy feels rooted in the past, possibly reflecting issues from months or even years ago that affected the connection. I'm sensing that these messages might be quite specific and may not resonate with everyone right now. The word dawn came to mind, and I pictured two people together in the still of the night, only for the dawn to break and shift everything. It's as if their connection was magical and intense, but with the arrival of the morning light, that spell was lifted. There's a feeling of disillusionment, as if the sudden clarity made someone question their own feelings. It's like someone started wondering, was I just caught up in a fantasy? Was I deluding myself about this person? The "What do you need to release?" card from the Moonology deck came through, with its focus on the waning moon. This card suggests that the end of a tumultuous phase has brought hidden truths to light. If this resonates with you, it might mean that the end of this intense period was necessary to uncover what needed to be let go of. This ties in with the Ten of Swords energy we discussed earlier, experiencing despair and hopelessness. But ultimately, it's an opportunity to release and move forward. Right now, we're tuning into the 3D masculine, but there are messages for various connections coming through. I'm picking up a hint of perfume, which might resonate with someone specific. With the "What do you need to release?" card, it feels like this message is particularly relevant for the masculine. It seems he has some things he needs to let go of. Despite the beauty and intensity of the connection, it looks like sustaining it has been a challenge. On the other side, I'm sensing a divine feminine who feels like she couldn't hold on to the masculine's heart or suspects someone else might be involved. There's a sense of disillusionment and the realization that something about the connection wasn't sustainable. It appears the masculine has unresolved issues coming to light, which is contributing to this sense of disillusionment. I'll pull more cards to dive deeper into what exactly needs to be released. The word court came through, suggesting there might be legal matters involved. Additionally, source indicates that the divine feminine might have received important information about the masculine, possibly through a message, social media, or an intuitive insight. This information seems to be shedding light on what the masculine needs to release and adding to the feminine's sense of disillusionment. The reversed sun card is shining a light on the masculine's fear of starting over, and it seems like this might really resonate with him. There's an apprehension about diving into a new phase of life or deepening the relationship, because he feels like he's not quite healed yet. The Healer of the Ages, reversed, suggests that he's still grappling with unresolved issues, making him feel unprepared for the new opportunities and transformations on the horizon. This fear is tied to his awareness that he's not fully healed. As the love between him and the divine feminine grows more intense and transformative, he might be feeling increasingly unworthy or unsure of his ability to sustain such a deep connection. The more beautiful and powerful the bond becomes, the more he fears that he's not enough to match it. To understand why this masculine isn't fully healed, we need to look at two main areas: mental and physical health. On the mental side, he might be dealing with challenges like depression, anxiety, or even addiction. Physically, he could be recovering from an injury, surgery, or illness. These issues have required significant healing, and he might not have fully completed this process yet. This sense of being unhealed could be causing him to distance himself from the feminine, driven by a subconscious feeling of unworthiness and a recognition that he's not entirely ready for the new beginning he's craving. The goddess of the moon reversed indicates that he's been out of touch with his more sensitive and spiritual side. It seems there was a divine feminine who was deeply aware of their twin flame connection and tried to share this insight with him. Often, it's the divine feminine who first recognizes the connection and might have talked openly about it. However, this made the masculine uncomfortable. Although he felt the intense connection, he wasn't ready to fully embrace or understand his more intuitive and spiritual side. Embrace or understand his more intuitive and spiritual side. This masculine needed to go through a healing process, balancing his inner masculine and feminine energies. We all have both aspects within us, and he needed to integrate these to truly accept the connection. On a soul level, he sensed the depth of their bond, but his conscious mind was struggling to grasp it. He was still filtering the experience through societal norms and dualistic thinking, which made it tough for him to fully accept and embrace the reality of their connection. Additionally, there might have been blocks in his third eye chakra, explaining his disconnection from his spiritual intuition. This disconnection made the idea of a twin flame relationship feel foreign or challenging to accept, as his conscious mind was still wrestling with more conventional and black and white views of reality. I'll close this reading with a Rumi oracle card that perfectly captures the essence of your journey. I surge on the uprising wave of love. The guidebook shares this inspiring message. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can hold me back. Just as the moon draws the tides, my soul answers her call. Consumed by a wave of love, I rise, gliding through the water to meet her radiant presence. Guided by my heart, my mind becomes a blur. But I feel her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her glowing heart. You are entering, or about to enter, a phase where powerful forces will guide you beyond your personal will. This is a karmic time, influenced by greater cosmic movements that affect Earth and humanity. It may feel overwhelming, like being thrown into the ocean and swept by its force. Yet, what is truly changing is not your life, but your control. Your heart's power surpasses your fear, leading you to surrender to the unfolding beauty of life. This seems like a perfect note to end on. If you resonate with this energy, please consider subscribing to the channel. For daily inspiration and updates, follow me on Instagram, By Magnetize Official. Wishing you a beautiful and magnificent week ahead, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the next reading.